We've all heard the old adage, money doesn't grow on trees. It's kind of a tough idea to sell to somebody that owns an apple orchard like this one, though. Look, all adages, like metaphors, break down when they're put to the test. But the lessons they teach, they're pretty simple, pretty understandable, like this one. If you want to make money, it's not going to be as easy as walking out and picking $100 bills off a tree like they're apples. In order to make money, it takes work. But with work, the right work, comes profit. That's why businesses exist, to make money, right? As business leaders, we see a need in the marketplace. We create a good or a service to meet that need, market it, deliver it, and get paid to do so. I suppose that's why they call it a for-profit entity. For the record, I agree with every ounce of that thinking. I grew up in a hard-working Midwestern family that taught that ethic from the time I was old enough to take out the trash or mow the lawn. Businesses do exist to make money. It's pretty simple to test. Stop making money and see how long you have a business. But for just a minute, let's think about it this way. If you stop breathing, you'll die. Just like your business needs money to live, your body needs breath to live. So does that mean that you exist to breathe? What is God's highest purpose for your business? Could there be a higher priority than profit in your day-to-day marketplace existence? Do you remember when Jesus was asked about the most important rule in life? He said that priority 1 was to love God with all your heart, and priority 2 was to love people with the same attention that you give to yourself. He went on to say that every decision we make hangs on the awareness and the prioritization of those two. Think about the story of Jesus with the Samaritan woman at the well in John 4. By all accounts, Jesus never should have been there alone with that Samaritan woman. She was convinced that he was there for his own selfish reasons. But it doesn't take long for her to begin to believe that he's actually there for her benefit. He offers her a shot at life, living water. That's what he calls it. She asks, how can I get this living water? And the door for transformation is kicked wide open. Go and get your husband, he says. He already knows the woman doesn't have a husband, but he has to bring up something personal to demonstrate his point. She responds, I don't have a husband. And then the turnaround happens. Jesus says, you have well said, or you told the truth when you said I have no husband. For you've had 5 husbands, and the one whom you have now is not your husband. In that, you spoke truly. There it is. You see it? Jesus says, you told the truth. In spite of your circumstances, you told the truth. Jesus doesn't deny the circumstances she's in. He looks beyond the difficult, immediate circumstances to see the potential of the person standing in front of him. He looks at her and says, I see good. Jesus establishes that he's in a position to help her life change forever. She leaves her water pot, which is a symbol of her old way of living, and becomes the vessel through which an entire town is set free. So back to our original question. Why does your business exist? What if relationship is a higher priority, a higher calling than profit? Jesus needed to go through Samaria for that woman's benefit and for the benefit of the whole town where she lived. He risked safety and reputation with one thought in mind. How can I make her life better? Not what's in it for me. This wasn't a transactional encounter. It was a relational one. Because a kingdom leadership style always values relationship as its highest priority. So here it is in a nutshell. The king has appointed you as steward over his business. That's a holy and sacred calling for which you have been and are being equipped. The highest priority in that calling is to love God and love man in everything you do. To properly steward the business that you've been entrusted with, you must put the betterment of people ahead of the pursuit of profit. Now that's a scary statement, but it's true. You'll be risking reputation and trusting God as your provider as you put a higher priority on the development of people, not as assets that you can exploit for company advancement. but as beloved children of the King that you've been assigned to love. It'll feel awkward and counterintuitive when you begin, but that's the nature of the kingdom. Things work in reverse. It won't happen as you figure out how to build a better human resource for the advancement of your cause. It'll happen face to face, one-on-one, when you begin to selflessly look beyond the circumstances of the person in front of you and see the potential of God within every individual you've been sworn to love. It really is this simple. A kingdom style is, above all things, relational.